Hi, my name is Beer, and let's start with Sea of Thieves.
Are you ready to become most notorious pirate in the world, take hostages and pillage ships for incredible wealth? That is great. If so, you can also try this game and treat it like a pirate simulator for your upcoming life of crime. So here you will explore a vast world filled with unspoiled islands and underwater kingdoms. Take on adventures to hunt for lost loot, forge a reputation with the trading companies and battle various foes, from phantoms and ocean crawlers to megalodons and the mighty kraken itself. And you know, after you kill the beast, keep in mind that krakens are very tasty with hot potatoes and lemon. Also here, obviously, you can try your hand at fishing, make maps to your own buried treasure, or choose from hundreds of other optional goals and side quests. And the game itself is not a short one. The estimated time to complete all 60 Sea of Thieves achievements is about 1000 hours. Make sure you have a lot of free time before buying. Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. Bound to protect a young lord who is a descendant of an ancient bloodline, you become the target of many vicious enemies. When the young lord is captured, nothing will stop you on a perilous quest to regain your honor. Well, except death. Death will stop you many times. Keep in mind that Sekiro is the creation of the same developers as the Souls games, and it's meant for people with masochistic tendencies. If you hate yourself, this game is for you. Although I have one piece of advice on how to easily beat this game. It's very simple. Stop being a noob and get good. Dome Keeper. Dome Keeper has about 90% of positive reviews, so it is obviously a hidden gem you may want to try. Well, a nice polished rock at least. This is a roguelike survival miner where you will defend your dome from wave after wave of monsters. You will use the time between each attack to dig beneath the surface and search of valuable resources and artifacts, and use them carefully to choose powerful upgrades and bonuses. People on Steam are talking that the game is very polished, rich and imaginative. It's all you need for your free time. Well, this and potato salad. Mutazione, or however it is pronounced, a delightfully quirky indie game. Here you play as Kai, who has traveled to the mysterious town of Mutazione to care for her sick grandfather. Because, you know, like in every game, you want him to leave that workshop for you, right? So, you want him dead as soon as possible. I'm kidding, of course, and my humor is dark, but this game is obviously for more mature players. Also, this is a very short game. You'll complete it in just a few hours. But during your time with the game, you'll speak to the town's bizarre yet delightful creatures, explore the surrounding areas, and even grow some crops. V Rising. In this survival action RPG, you will awaken as a weakened vampire after centuries of slumber. You will hunt for blood in nearby settlements to regain your strength, while hiding from the scorching sun and aggressive garlic loaves. You will also have to rebuild your castle from ruins, and convert humans into your loyal servants in a quest to raise your vampire empire. People on Steam are saying that the combat here is largely dependent on skill and not on RNG, which is undoubtedly one of the best features of this game. Also, the co-op part of V Rising is made very well, so if you have a friend, you have my all recommendations to play this game together. And I literally mean together, not against each other, because the PvP part of the game is pretty boring, well, for now. Turbo Overkill. The game's motto is half metal, half human, all murder machine. Title is heavily inspired by some of the all-time greats like Doom and Quake and Duke Nukem 3D, with awesome cyberpunk visuals. You'll play as Johnny Turbo, augmented with hidden arm rockets and a chainsaw that extends from your lower leg, allowing you to slice enemies wide open. If that sounds amazing, believe me, plays even better, as people say the game is set in something between Blade Runner and Doom. Your enemy here is Rogue AI and its army of augmented minions. And the coolest thing is that you just need money, probably for buying better ingredients for your potato salad. And because of that, you take on the impossible job of destroying the greatest AI ever created and take the bounty. Sounds easy. Midnight Fight Express. This is a brutal beat-em-up game where you play as a former member of the criminal underworld, lured back into the thug life. Your mission is against impossible odds. You will have to fight your way across the city before sunrise and prevent a citywide criminal takeover. You will engage in a brutal brawling ballet, using every environmental tool and street fighting techniques at your disposal. Tangle with waves of foes with the agility of an action movie master. Punch, dodge, counter and finish off enemies in fluid and visceral combat. Custom difficulty modes will allow you to play on lowest, known as pussy difficulty, and still die all the time. But don't blame the game, blame your genes or something. People are saying that this is a great game if you like hurting people, and I agree that very positive review score is here for a reason. Laika, Age Through Blood. This is an action-adventure Metroidvania set in a dystopian, post-apocalyptic Western world. You will take on the role of a coyote, relentless warrior on a quest to avenge your fallen people from the tyrannical birds who have claimed superiority and conquered the holy land of coyotes. So now you will have to ride your motorbike on a perilous journey and carve and shred through rugged, hand-painted landscapes as you uncover the dark secrets of a fractured world ravaged by power, betrayal, loss, and lack of potato salad. You will utilize a variety of weapons, master close-range tactics, and unlock powerful abilities to defeat your enemies, upgrade your gear, and take back what your coyote people have lost. The game features vehicular combat mechanics that demand precision, strategy, and, most importantly, skill, which you don't have, so let me tell you about the next game instead. God of War Ragnarok. So here you must journey to each of the 9 realms in search of answers, as Asgardian forces prepare for a prophesized battle that will end the world. Along the way you will explore visually beautiful mythical landscapes, face interesting enemies in the form of Norse gods, and fight various monsters. And as the end of the world looms closer, you must choose between your own safety and the safety of the realms. So basically, like in every God of War game, you'll hack, slash, bash and crash some skulls' heads and detach some limbs. So this is not only story-rich, but also a very entertaining game. Superhot, Mind Control Delete. This is very entertaining, but also a kinda short game. It will take only about 7 hours to complete. To players who never tried the game, all Superhot titles look the same, so I have to mention that this is the 3rd game in the series. Here you will not find regenerating health bars, no conveniently placed ammo drops. It's you alone, outnumbered and outgunned. You will have to snatch weapons from fallen enemies and dodge through a truly cinematic hurricane of bullets. Superhot is a real slow-motion ballet, where your every move must be calculated. Most people are praising the graphic style of Superhot, but I'm not a fan. But hey, it's just me. Superhot Mind Control Delete has 85% of positive reviews. If you like how it looks, you will definitely like how it plays.
My friend Pedro.
This is a violent ballet about friendship, imagination, and one's man's struggle to obliterate anyone in his path. The strategic use of split aiming, slow motion, and the old stylish window breach create one action sequence after another. If I had to describe this game in one word, it would be fluid, intuitive. Well, that's 3 words, but I was never good at counting. Anyway, this game is pure carnage with amazing features like time slowing and killing enemies with a frying pan. People on Steam are saying that this is a platforming Max Payne, although yellower and with Adidas tracksuit. And you know, Pedro, it's not you, it's a talking banana which makes you commit murders. Great game. Return to Monkey Island. The game merges legendary point-and-click gameplay and modern-day graphics and resolution. Here you will solve puzzles and explore the islands, have context-sensitive interactions, reactive dialogue trees, and easy-to-use inventory system that makes pirating a breeze. Yeah, you are a pirate, embarking on a dangerous missions, searching for hidden treasures and magical items. The strongest side of the game is the humor, which takes a huge part of this game, although not as huge as your mama, and a wonderful voice acting. Like seriously, one of the best I've heard in such games. The only real downside is that it ends quickly. It's only about 10 hours long, but around 90% positive review score on Steam is the greatest praise that can be. Alba, a wildlife adventure. This is a very nice game oriented to a younger audience or for people who just want to relax and forget all the ruthless chores of the real world. Definitely not for grumpy old dudes. Also, I have to mention that the review score on Steam is close to 100, so overwhelmingly positive may sound like understatement. Here we'll take control of a girl named Alba as she visits her grandparents on a Mediterranean island. You are ready for a peaceful summer of wildlife exploration with your friend, but when you see an animal in danger, you realize that you have a more important task now. So here, from the idyllic beaches to the ancient castle, a whole island is ready to be explored. The game is open world, so it's very friendly for exploration lovers. Valfaris. Your metal detector should be beeping like hell right now because Valfaris is an amazing platformer game with a true metal soul. Reviews are very positive, so no catch here. You can buy this game even without a discount and you will be satisfied with what you get. And you get metal and a game 2-in-1, you know, like shampoo and conditioner or you and your virginity. If you like Valfaris, you can check out the game named Slain as well, made by the same developers. It also has a metal soul but slightly worse review score. People on Steam are talking that Valfaris is what they expected the new modern Contra game to be. Pure sci-fi power fantasy with an incredibly good soundtrack and game atmosphere. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. This is probably the best fantasy open-world RPG ever created, and I doubt that I could find anyone who at least never heard of it. Well, at least inside the Western-influenced hemisphere, it's a true legend. On Steam it has more than 600,000 reviews, and 96% of these people recommend this game for you. And I don't know who are the 4% who didn't like the game. I scrolled for like 5 minutes through hundreds of reviews and failed to find any explaining why. Although I finally found one. Dude said that he doesn't like developers anymore after the flop of Cyberpunk 2077, which is honestly a good game by now, and that's why he gave a negative review for Witcher 3. That is not serious. And my friendship with Witcher Geralt started way before any of the games were released. I read the book when I was a teenager, and after many years I even got Andrzej Sapkowski to sign it for me when he was visiting Lithuania for some book fair or something. And we also spoke for like 20 seconds as well. Never washed my mouth in years after that. Anyway, the game has an incredible story, super fun gameplay and a huge dark fantasy open world to explore. The coolest thing is, of course, your profession. You kill monsters for money, so you can just travel around the map and fulfill contracts ignoring the main story as long as you want or as long as you can get a new contract. And every single monster hunt is a handcrafted mission with different outcomes and sometimes hard moral choices. Third Witcher is probably the best game I have ever played. Grime. This is a fast and unforgiving Metroidvania action-adventure RPG. In this world of anatomical horror and intrigue, you will crush your foes with living weapons that mutate their form and function. Then consume dead adversaries with your black hole to strengthen your vessel. The game lets you play to your preference and upgrade only those traits you feel most suited to your unique style. You'll find there is more than one way to break open an enemy, as you move through a variety of environments, meet their inhabitants, and discover the source of their madness. People are saying that the gameplay is quite hard until you get a grip of the mechanics, although boss battles will still show you your place, so don't get cocky and don't give up either. This is a beautiful and atmospheric game worthy of all your attention. Dungeons of Hinterberg. Let's begin with the fact that on Steam it has more than 90% positive reviews, so it is fair to say that this is a hidden gem. Here you will escape from the infinite wheel of corporate life to go on a dungeon exploring vacation. It looks like a simple story game with around 7 hours of gameplay, but in reality the game is way bigger than that. To complete Dungeons of Hinterberg, it will take you around 18 hours, so whether you are snowboarding down a glacier, climbing mountains, or taking in the lakeside scenery, there is always much more to explore. The biggest downside is that it is absolutely unsuitable for people who get motion sickness easily, and players are saying that this is a cozy dungeon crawler even for people who don't like cozy games, and the art direction is 10 out of 10. They did a wonderful job. Grounded. One of the smallest open-world games. You can only freely move around in your yard of several square meters. The trick is that the game follows the best traditions of famous movie
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
And here you are literally shrunk to the size of an ant. So actually this world is vast, beautiful and dangerous place. You know, almost every predator is bigger than you. Probably a dog peeing on some flower can literally drown you, in a way that you wouldn't want to be carved on your tombstone. So here we'll explore, build and survive together in this first-person multiplayer survival adventure. So can you thrive alongside the hordes of giant insects fighting to survive the perils of the backyard? Well, alone probably not, but if you have some friends or a loving mother-in-law, you can play the game together and have lots of fun. The rating on Steam hovers around 90%, and that is always a sign of a good game. Cultist Simulator. This is a tabletop game, but, you know, it's on Steam, so you won't have to do any calculations in your head, everything will be done for you, and that's great. This is a game of apocalypse and yearning from the creator of Fallen London and Sunless Sea. You will play as a seeker after unholy mysteries in a 1920s themed setting of hidden gods and secret histories. Perhaps you're looking for knowledge or power, or beauty or revenge. Perhaps you just want the colors beneath the skin of the world. Colors out of space? Maybe. It's a very Lovecraftian game after all. So in this roguelite narrative card game, what you find may transform you forever. Every choice you make from the moment to moment doesn't just advance the narrative, it also shapes it. Become a scholar of the unseen arts, search your dreams for sanity-twisting rituals, craft tools and summon spirits, indoctrinate innocence, seize your place as the herald of a new age, ban the pineapples in the potato salad. Well, you get the point. Trepang 2. He will take on the shoes of an escaped soldier who has no memories of his past life but is infused with supernatural abilities. All you want is revenge for something, you know, and you'll stop at nothing. You will deliver devastating punches, sneak around in the shadows, wield powerful weapons, and give the bad guys a taste of their own medicine. Or a taste of pineapple in the potato salad, which is way worse and should be banned by Convention of Geneva or something. So anyways, you can already tell the game has strong horror vibes and has visuals and atmosphere similar to legendary Fear games. Here you'll find 6 difficulty levels, so even if it looks hard to crack, on easy it is quite easy. Game has above 90% of positive reviews on Steam and you can play the free demo version as well. The House of Da Vinci 2. In this adventure puzzle game, you will become an apprentice of the famous Leonardo da Vinci. He will have to solve handcrafted mechanical 3D puzzles and discover hidden secrets. Also navigate through environments of the Italian Renaissance period and travel through time to influence your surroundings. The game features hundreds of objects, many 3D puzzles and mechanical brain twisters waiting to be unraveled. People on Steam are saying that puzzles are really interesting and the graphics are nice for the eye. But sometimes this game becomes just a pixel hunting experience when you just randomly click on everything trying to make something happen. Despite that, more than 90% of the reviews are positive, so if you like the genre, this game may be perfect for your evening. Dying Light: The Beast. Here you are back as the guy from the first game, who clearly never learned that helping people in a zombie world always ends badly. After 13 years of experiments, he escapes into Castor Woods, a valley full of forests, villages, abandoned tourist spots, and infected, who look way too excited to meet you. So here you will do what Dying Light does best: run, jump, climb, and panic. Parkour is still the soul of the whole thing, except this time the setting is more rural, so sometimes instead of rooftops you will be flying over broken cabins, cliffs, and old industrial ruins. And of course, the day is manageable, but when the night falls in, your confidence immediately leaves the chat and suddenly every dark corner starts looking like your worst financial decision, which is every financial decision you make, let's be honest. The coolest thing here is your hero, because thanks to all those lovely human experiments, he can now unleash beast powers and absolutely demolish infected in brutal melee combat. So one minute you are looking like a homeless raccoon, the next you are tearing zombies apart with your bare hands like they insulted your mother. Also, vehicles are back, which is great because sometimes even parkour addicts get tired of all that cardio. Overall, this feels much closer to the first Dying Light's horror vibe. Basically, the game politely asks you one question: do you want anxiety on foot or anxiety in a car? Empty Shell. The game will throw you into a dark industrial environment, a secret facility of a Japanese island in the middle of nowhere. But don't expect a lab where smart Japanese scientists selflessly bred long-legged sexy anime girls. Not this time, my friend. Not this time. The facility is furrowed with the dark corridors and cold rooms. Abominable creatures and bloody fights await you on every corner. Also, you'll find puzzles to solve, nice new equipment and documents to recover. Every time time you die, you will control a new volunteer sent to the place. Your starting equipment will be randomized, and each level will be generated with a new layout. People on Steam are praising the game for being one of the best top-down shooters ever made, but also bashing it for insane difficulty. Even normal here feels like very hard.
That's what she said.
Yeah, but I think it's the design of the game. You know, you are destined to die and try again. This is a great game. Also, 90% positive reviews confirm that with ease. Amnesia Rebirth. I admit that I am a pussy, and I have never played the game. I watched Markiplier playing it and it was quite a fun experience. It has all the creepy vibes previous Amnesia games had, but it is a bit less scary. I was expecting, you know, the level of horror we all felt in the first Amnesia: The Dark Descent, but Rebirth is only about 30% of that. The good thing is that if you are like me, you can probably play the game without having a heart attack. But the bad thing, at least for me, was that this time you are a pregnant woman. That sounds kinda sexistic, but let me explain, it's actually not. I just can't immerse myself in the role of a pregnant woman. I lack empathy, and if you are a man, there is a big chance that you can't do that as well. You know, I don't care about her baby, so that creepiness level is way lower for men who are playing the game and probably way higher for female players, especially pregnant ones, although I really doubt that they are the target audience though, as someone in the comments said that Rebirth is the true definition of
not great or terrible.
Despite that, it is a really beautiful game with a great story, environments and some spooky stuff in general, and this price is just about right to get your filthy fingers on it. Beyond Galaxyland. You play as a random dude suddenly thrown across a weird zoo-like solar system where every planet feels different, from neon cities to frozen wastelands and jungles full of things that definitely want to bite you in various places. So here you'll explore strange worlds, solve light puzzles, talk to bizarre characters and fight in turn-based battles that actually stay fun, because timing here really matters. Also, one of your companions is literally your pet guinea pig named Boom Boom, who runs around with a firearm, and that already is enough reason for this game to exist. If my childhood hamster had a gun like that, my whole neighborhood would remember me differently, that's for sure. The cool thing is that you can also capture creatures and later use them in battle, so it has that nice Pokemon spice without pretending to be Pokemon, and the whole thing just moves fast. No endless filler, no 10 hours of opening tutorials, just a fun cosmic adventure with pixel visuals that look way better than they have any right to. Basically, if you like classic RPG vibes but want something more chill, shorter and less likely to keep your virginity safe forever, this is a very easy yes. Dredge. Dredge is not just a fishing game, it's a fishing game with a twist. After dark it becomes a Lovecraftian fishing game. The world around you is teeming with creatures from the void, and when the night sets in, our worlds collide and cosmic horrors enter our realm. Not as scary as your ex-mother-in-law, but still terrifying things. So ideally you want to return to a harbor before the night sets in, so you won't become a dinner for some malevolent demigod of the depths. You can also dock in some safe location and sleep during the night. Of course, it is easier said than done, because the game uses a very cool time management mechanic. If you do nothing, time doesn't move. Like for real, if you just swing on the waves and admire the horizon, you can stay like this forever. But when you start sailing, the timer starts ticking, and at 6 PM Lovecraftian madness starts to settle in. This is a wonderful and honestly kinda relaxing game. Well, except when you go into mangroves. Oh, it's not relaxing at all. Anyway, the game is absolutely 10 cold beers out of 10. A must play. Doom: The Dark Ages. You know what time it is? It is time to slay some demons and become the scariest thing in hell. This time the game is leaning to the fantasy side with all the medieval stuff everyone likes, but will still stay sci-fi with all the weapons, mechanisms and hellish technologies. You know, who cares? It's Doom. It's fast-paced, it's entertaining, and you can slay demons left and right. All in all, you are one of the most powerful and beloved heroes in the pop culture of humanity. Here a new item item called Shield Saw awaits you. It is literally a shield that, is also a saw. It's not very hard to guess how you will use it. People on Steam are saying that The Dark Ages is a very solid title, feels like a true Doom sequel, and the review score is above 80%. The downside, in my opinion, is that the Slayer doesn't feel like an unstoppable machine. You have to constantly pick specific weapons for specific enemies and use the shield in a specific way, so sometimes you feel like you have to solve a puzzle instead of just slaying everyone left and right. Despite that, it's pure fun and the visuals are gorgeous, just like you, my friend. Forgive Me Father 2. This is not just a boomer shooter, this is a Lovecraftian boomer shooter. After the financial success of the first part, which was absolutely amazing, they made another, probably even better game. You'll journey once again into a malevolent world inspired by H.P. Lovecraft's legends, where madness awaits on every corner. You will embark on a dangerous mission as you continue the story of the character from the first game. Although you don't have to play the first part to enjoy the second. It's a shooter, not a visual novel, it's an absolutely standalone title. The game is very beautiful, retro-modernistic, with dark, comic-like art and gloomy, menacing atmosphere. And monsters you kill often turn into a bloody mist of organs and bones, and that is a very satisfying thing to experience. Bulwark, Falconeer Chronicles. You will create your own fortified settlements within the haunting and eye-catching landscapes. The core gameplay is focused on wildly building across the rocky cliffs and crags of the world. Light resource management and story elements bring your creation to life, while giving a voice to its inhabitants and allowing you to expand it with exotic new build options. Also, it's not just a simple city builder. The threat is real and the battles will be glorious here. Don't ask why, just look, you will be fighting dragons with airships. How cool is that? The game itself is a spin-off of the Falconeer, a beautiful air combat game created by a solo developer, and this city builder is definitely worthy of your attention. Revenge of the Savage Planet. The first part of the game was loved by many, and the second one is a proud owner of a very positive review score as well. Here, across multiple planets and myriad challenges, you will be tasked with exploring and understanding these strange alien worlds. You will find plants to scan, creatures to capture, lakes to swim, caves to spelunk, mountains to climb, upgrades to craft, potato salad to make, and hundreds of secrets to uncover. You can play the game alone or in co-op mode with your best friend, mother-in-law, or with, I don't know who you keep in your basement. I don't judge. Subscribe. Anyway, here 4 large worlds await you, each with their own weird and sometimes dangerous plants and creatures. And yeah, you'll have to capture dozens of strange animals and monsters and store them in pens near your habitat. People who play the first part are complaining about the third-person mode instead of the first, but in general still applying positive reviews. So you are in good hands here. The Order of the Snake Scale. This, let's say, is a super rare indie game that only a handful of people know, and that's a shame. The game is really innovative and well made. It is an indie retro horror title, which will take you into the world inspired by Lovecraft himself. You will explore a dystopian world in one of the possible ways that humanity can follow. With each step in the game, you will explore the semi-open world and its history. Cool thing is that the game merges third-person exploration with first-person shooting at the same time. That is a super cool mechanic. So here mysterious murders, monsters, creepy rooms and corpses everywhere will set the mood. And the game is not forgiving. It will kill your character over and over again. So as the developer says, stock up your inventory, collect clues, fight and make decisions to survive. Well, at least try. The Thaumaturge. This is an isometric, story-rich, turn-based combat RPG. The year is 1905. The city of Warsaw lives under the rule of imperial hands. Its inhabitants constitute a diverse group of different ancestries, views and beliefs with often conflicting interests: soldiers, merchants, simple townspeople and more. Despite the circumstances, the city is a buzzing metropolis where you can attend a breathtaking party with the high society and later get robbed in one of the dark alleys. Well, sounds sounds like any city today, but there is a catch. You are some kind of a warlock, a Thaumaturge as they are called here, because you inherited the power to tame magical entities. You will utilize their mystical abilities to discover secrets hidden within the human soul and speak to the darkness itself. People are saying that the game has a great story, has complex but easy to learn combat, and is set in a relatively open world. The only flaw here, in my eyes, is that the game is set in Poland and not in Coldbieristan, but no one is perfect. Core Keeper. Drawn to a mysterious relic, you are an explorer who awakens in an ancient cavern of creatures, resources and trinkets. Here you will mine relics and resources to build your base, craft new equipment, survive and power up the core. Of course, you will need to defeat giant monsters, discover hidden secrets, farm crops, cook new recipes and explore a procedurally generated underground world in a mining sandbox adventure for 1 to 8 players. And I can for sure say that this is a good game. On Steam you will find above 90% positive reviews left by tens of thousands of players who bought the game. Also, I must mention that Core Keeper is way more fun in multiplayer mode, so grab your imaginary friend and dive into adventures together.
And now thank you for watching, have a nice day, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Also subscribe, yes, do it now.